Hello Visual Effects people, I'm AK and this is Fluid Ninja Live 1.7, and this video is telling you about a minor update of two components, a visual update concerning the basic word space material, and we have a new feature, caustics, and there is an Unreal 5 only update, and it is a technical update by Gregory, Niagara supporting large word coordinates. And in case you are not having a vehicle in your project, this feature is going to make your life much easier because you are not going to receive error messages. So it's like a quality of life thing. And I'm not going to talk about these, but let's get back to the caustics a little bit more. So there is a new use case level, which is use case number 16, and in case you start this level, you'll find a simple stage with this box-like thing, and you could do various things, all things explained besides the stage on the text. But first let me possess the pawn and walk into this aquatic arena. So this is how it looks like. And you could steer it with your mouse as well. And let me pop in the material which is controlling this scene. Just a second. Here we go. So, in case you have a look at the material, I'm closing all options and going to the parameter groups. You see single layer water options. And here is this new section called caustics. If I switch it off and let UE compile the thing a bit, we get back to this original water, which is a nice water surface. Also have some subsurface scattering in it and refraction, but still caustics was heavily missing. So I decided to add it, and once you visit this option here, single layer water options, by enabling this bool flag caustics, you will access a whole bunch of new parameters, which are all listed below caustics, like 10 parameters. First and most importantly, let me just shrink down this one a little bit. Caustics is composed of two layers. One layer, I switch it off right now, is like a tile, caustic tile, and the other one is based on the simulation divergence buffer, and it is basically the refracted lensing effect of the surface waves on the pool bottom. If I switch this off as well, nothing remains. If I switch back the tile component, it's a nice wobbly thing going on. It's also distorted by the simulation, but it's somewhat independent, and it is controlled by a volumetric caustic texture, an Epic Games default texture that we are using. And so if I switch back Fluid Sim component, we have both, and it looks nice. And you could have a short read how it works. We are using the scene depth with and without water, multiplied by the camera vector, and this is how we are actually projecting. Just a second, I'm switching off pawn possession, getting back to the scene. So we are getting scene depth twice, on the water surface and behind the water surface, and we are using this information to project the caustic data on the objects behind the water surface. But we are not using lights or real refraction or ray tracing RTX features. It's just the water surface imitating that on the objects behind the surface we have this projection. So it's very efficient, almost no extra load. And there are a few things to play with. If you select the Ninja actor, you could enable stuff like a mist above the water, which looks nice if you steer it. And you see these Niagara particles, which are also added as a component to the system and making this floaty phenomenon with buoyance. So that's the use case level for caustics. Check out the material and the setup. It's really simple. It's basically just enabling the caustics function in the material. And I'm visiting another level. It's level 14A. Yeah, let me go to the content browser. Level 14A, coastline. And again, we have the caustics enabled on this level. You see the C button. We have this nice jiggly pattern going on. Also, have a look at the lensing effect. The light is focused around the object contours on the bottom, and we have shadowy areas. And if I go to the coastline, we have nuances like this caustics is getting less intense in the shallow water, and as we go to the deeper areas, it's getting more intense. It's also following daylight changes. So if I am setting the sun down, it is vanishing. So it's trying to adapt to these environmental changes. So shortly, that's it. Again, you could select the Ninja Live actor here. Go to the details panel, Ninja Live component, and at Live generic. In the output materials, you will find this caustic material with the same options enabled here. So I advise you to have a look at this. Now, how is this package available? First, you could pull the official main branch from Epic using the Epic Launcher, and it will be made available as a separate zip file, so you don't have to pull the whole main branch. It will be an additional zip file like a use case in the old times, and so you could download it and just copy it to your content folder. So shortly, that's it. And you better download it and experiment a bit with the parameters, and speed and density, and how these patterns look like shortly. So have a nice time VFXing, and see you later.